My high school heartbreak slash game itself is being competent slash competence. I want to tell a story first. My high school heartbreak. When I was in high school, I was in the 10th grade. I had this female named Cece. I call her Cece. She was in the 12th grade. And I'll be fast forwarding throughout this whole story. But I was in the 10th grade. She was in the 12th grade. And we went to two different schools, as a matter of fact. And she lived I'd say probably 30 minutes away from me. So it was Valentine's month, Valentine's Day. Probably, I think it was that weekend. And I had bought a whole bunch of stuff, man. I bought, man, a big old teddy bear, man. It's like a human being sitting in your car. Like one of them big old huge teddy bears. Like when I had it on the back seat, it was like a person I was riding with me. I had that. I had like a little pinky ring. I had some cards. I think I had some candy, the little heart-shaped candy. With all the candy, chocolate candies come in, the little heart-shaped candy. I think I had a couple of flowers too. And I was going up for a house. I called her early and I said, "Hey, CC, I'd be over there around probably about an hour or two." I forgot what time it was, but it was, in the evening time. Because I wanted to go out, go eat and, go catch a movie. Because like I said, this was high school. So I want to go out to eat, catch a movie, and, probably later on go on the beach or something, just kick it, for a little while. That was my intentions, I had all that planned out, But anyway, I had everything, man. A big old teddy bear, like a human being, a little pinky ring, flowers, candy. And I cleaned my car up, man, real nice, man. I'm talking, my mama car at the time. It was my mom car at the time. Cleaned her car real nice at the time, man. I'm talking about vacuumed it, sprayed it down. Had it smelling good, looking good, everything, man. And I went up to her house, I drove over there. And where she live at, she don't live real close to the corner. But when you come around her house, you can see her house from the corner. It's like, I say, that the third house from the house that's on the corner, right? So when I came on the way to her house, man, I'm smiling like I already got the music I want to play. I got the CDs lined up, man. I'm talking about the R. Kelly's, man, everything. I'm talking about I had everything set up and playing right. I'm talking about, man, the music to listen to, the stuff I had for her. Like, man, I had the whole works, man. I'm talking about I had a whole playlist, man, everything. So I'm riding over her house, man, feeling good, man, looking good, feeling good, smelling good, everything. And when I got to around her house, like I said, her house was close to the corner. And I got up to her house. I seen a guy in the driveway with her. And like I said, I didn't get real close because I didn't want her to see me. So I kind of backed back a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I kind of backed back just a little bit. Enough so I could see them. They couldn't see me. So I seen a dude walk up in the driveway. He hugged her around the waistline. And they was talking. Next thing I know, he kissed her, And I'm like, man, ain't this something? So he kissed her. And for while I was looking at me, he was slobbing her down. You know what I'm saying? He was slobbing her down, man. I'm saying, man, I seen, like I said, I went real close, but I seen his tongue all the way down her throat. You know what I'm saying? So I said, you know what? Let me pull off. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull off. So I pulled off. I went to the beach, where she lived at. It's a beach down the street. And I seen this couple out there. Well, it was really like two girls and one guy. And I pulled up close to that girl. And I said, hey, it's Valentine's Day. You want some stuff? She said, what you mean? I said, hey, I got some stuff, but I just cut my girl loose, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to waste it, so I'll give it to you if you want it, I got a big old teddy bear, man. I got some candy, some flowers, you can have it. So she said, yeah, she took it. Now, I didn't give her the pinky ring, but I gave her the rest of the stuff, So I had, I went home. As soon as I got home, I called her. I said, Cece, what's up? She said, what's going on? I said, you tell me what's going on. She said, I thought you were on your way over here. I said, yeah, I was, but I changed my mind. I said, you know why? Because I'm going into my 11th grade year, and you almost about to graduate. In a few months, you'll be about, to graduate. You'll be going to college and doing your thing. I said, so you know what? I had time to think. I say, I tell you what, did you got anything to tell me before I tell you this? You know what I'm about to say? She said, what's that? I said, anything, anything you got on your mind that you want to tell me. I was trying to give her a chance to just tell me what's on her mind. You see what I'm saying? And she was like, no, I ain't got nothing to tell you. I said, so I tried. She didn't tell me. But anyway, like I said, we was young. And I said, well, CC, you about to graduate, man, in a few months and go to college and all that. And I'll still be here because I got 2 more years to go. You know what I'm saying? I finished my 10th grade. I got 2 more years to go. I say, so I tell you what. I had 1 more year to go in 11th grade. But anyway, at the time I had 2 years to go. So I said, you about to graduate now in a little while. So we should just end things right now, before we go any further. She said, what you mean? What you doing that for? She said, I love you. I said, yeah, I love you too. But, love is not holding someone back, Love is release, not restrain. I'm not going to restrain you. Love is release, I'm going to release you and let you go, I want the best for you, Because when you go to college, you have all kind of guys, man. I said, I'll be here, in the 11th grade, still with the high school girls or whatever. And she said, well, she tried to start crying, you know what I'm saying, probably fake tears, Because like I said, I just seen do it in the driveway. Or it could have been real tears, but to me, fake tears. Anyway, I said, let's just end things now before, they start getting real serious. Because like I said, you going to college and you be meeting other guys. I'll still be here in high school. We talked for about, I say, probably about an hour, man, or something. I say about an hour and some change, She's still going back and forth. We can make it work, and I'll be coming home and this and that. I said, no. I said, save yourself from all that trouble. Let's just end things now. Let's just be cordial. Let's just be friends. And after we talked for about, almost 2 hours, she finally came to it, and she like, okay. And she said, well, no matter what, I'll always, stay in contact with you. Now, that, I give her that. When she graduated, went to college, and I was still in high school, she did. She always checked on me. I always checked on her. She always let me know what was going on in college. Hey, college is fun. When you graduate, come to college. She always told me all the fun she was having. Sometimes I would call. She would be busy. Sometimes, she would call me. I would be busy. And she did come from school and see some of my high school football games, and she was at some of my track meets. I give her that. So she did stand on her word, and, she did do that. When she said we was going to stay in contact and still be cordial and be cool, she did that. She held up on her end, and so did I. So I will give her that. But, I still wanted her to tell me, was there anything she had to tell me before I cut her loose. But she didn't. I really wanted her to tell me that. But anyway, as time went on, I'll just fast forward this to my 2nd year in junior college. I was playing football in junior college. And, my first year, I was running track, and we stayed in touch then. But then my 2nd year, I transferred and played football. And, like I said, we always kept in touch, man, called each other. Like I said, it was like every 2 months, something like that, every once a month, something like that. We always stayed in close contact with each other. And she told me, how everything was going. And I had one of my football games, and she came with one of her friends, but she had a guy with her. Now, I don't know if this was her boyfriend or what. So, after the game, she was waiting for me to come here. But like I say, I didn't know who the guy was. I didn't want to go over there and introduce myself. Hey, man, my name Fred. What's your name? I told her I'd be back, but I never came back. Plus, I was tired, man. It was a real hard-fought game, man. It was one of those rivals, man. We just were going at it the whole game, man. It was, like I said, it was a low-scoring game, matter of fact. It wasn't even no high points. That's how hard it was. But anything, I was tired, man. I took a shower, went to bed. And she called, why don't you come on at me, man? I said, man, I didn't know who that was. She said, that was my friend, but you still could. I said, yeah, but, hey, let's just, I just didn't, I just want to be cool, man. I ain't feel like going out. I was tired. I got to go over there, introduce myself. But, it's cool. Hey, I'll catch you one-on-one by yourself one day. Anyway, but I still never told her why I cut her loose in high school, right? I never told her one time. And I held this in, man, my 10th grade year. Going into my 12th grade, onto my colleges, never told her. So I'll say around about 7 years later, one of my homeboys I played junior college football with, he said, hey man, my homegirl got a friend. Now the girl I was with, she was mixed, man. You know, Hawaiian, black, man. Everything was natural, man. Like this, man, she was fine, man. Now to me, she looked just like Christine Milian. I'm talking about exactly, man. Like that was her twin, you know, to me. But you know, but my homeboy said, "Hey, man, my friend got this girl name." No, he didn't tell me that name. He said my friend got this girl. She looked like Mariah Carey. He said Mariah Carey. I said, okay, cool. I said, what's her name? He said, I don't know her name, but my homegirl. I mean, he said my girlfriend. Want you to meet her homegirl. I said, that's cool. I said, you know, he described it to me. You know, Mariah Carey, 5'7", you know, long natural hair. You know what I'm saying? Nice physical features. You know what I'm saying? She got real good sex appeal, good personality, stuff like that. He was telling me, you know, breaking it down for me. I said, well, what you tell her about me? Man, you cool, man. You cool, man. You know, you laid back. I told her you were cool, man. You cool. I said, okay. So, I said, okay, I go over there, man. I come. I got over there. And it was like around nighttime. And, you know, as soon as she walked in the door, I said, that's you, CC? She said, yeah. She said, Fred, what's going on? You know, I ain't seen, like, you know, I seen her and we talked, but I haven't seen her close up in a while. You know, so it's been like, I'll say around about 7 years, you know. Because it's around, like I say, probably late 2007. And, yeah, I say about late 2007. And, you know, we sat down and, man, we was talking and catching up on things from, like, 10th grade on up, man. I'm talking about we talked like we was the only two people in the room. Like, we weren't even thinking about my homeboy and his girlfriend at the time. We was just talking to my man. It was like us in the room, no couch, no TV, no nothing. Like, we were just sitting there talking. Like, that's how good the conversation was. I still never brought that up. Matter of fact, when she walked in, my homeboy was like, oh, this CC. I look in my eye like, hey, this the one that, you know what I'm saying, I say, no, do it. I said, this the one, she had Mike Tyson me. That's what I told him. I said, man, she Mike Tyson me, man. You know, she punched me in my chest, she hurt me, you know what I'm saying? You know, and, but he didn't say nothing. I just went in my eye like, yeah, this the one, man, this the one. And she's like, what you mean this the one? I said, we'll talk about it. So anyway, you know, we exchanged, you know, phone. I had a different number. Because like I said, we had went like a few months without talking at one time. And I got another number. And we exchanged numbers. And went out to eat. And then I had broke it down to, I said, CC, do you still remember that, you know, our relationship and all that? I said, do you know the reason why I had to cut you loose for real? I said, it wasn't because, like, well, one of the reasons was because you were getting ready to go to college and I had still, you know what I'm saying, a couple more years of doing high school. But do you really want to know the reason why? She said, no. I said, because, you know, this was further into the conversation. It wasn't just right off when we talked. It was just like, probably like 30 minutes in, you know, when we got, you know, further acquainted, still, you know, catching up on things. And I told her, I said, it was because I came to your house and I had everything. I had a big old teddy bear, pinky ring, flowers, the candy in the box, the heart-shaped box. Man, I had everything, man. I had a whole playlist of R. Kelly's music, man, 12 play, everything. I had everything set up for that night for us. And I said, when I came around that corner, I saw you kissing a guy. She was like, oh, okay, that was, you know, her ex-guy. You know, she told me, you know. She said, well, yeah, that was my ex, you know. He came to my house. We talked on the phone and all that. And he came over. And we talked it out. And one thing led to another, you know. He got in my face, just started talking. He started breaking down, like, you know, he started tearing up. And next thing you know, he was telling me how he felt about me. He started breaking down. And next thing I know, you know, they started kissing. Well, she said we started kissing and hugging and all that. I said, well, hey, I saw all that. She said, you did? I said, yeah. I said, because I came around the corner. When I seen him walking onto the driveway, and how he hugged you around your waist, I said, dang, you know what I'm saying? So I backed back. I seen him had his tongue down your throat and all that, you know. She started laughing. I said, yeah, and she was like, yeah, that what happened. You know, he talked to me. You know, I was, you know what I'm saying, tearing up. He was tearing up, so we just started talking, and he apologized how he did me. He wanted me back, and this thing, you know, just started kissing. So she told me that. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, how long was they, you know what I'm saying, doing all this, you know? You know, while we was together. But anyway, you know. So I said, that's cool. But then she told me how she got married. She was married for like, I say 2 or 3 years. And the guy she had was in the military. And she was a traveling nurse. And I think she still is. Yeah, she still is a traveling nurse. And the guy that she was with, he was in the military. I think he was I don't know if he was in the Navy or what. But He didn't tell her that he was coming home. It was on some holiday. I think it was Thanksgiving. It was some holiday. I want to say it's around Thanksgiving time. And the guy, she called him, long story short, in a bed with another woman inside, their house and their bedroom. You know what I'm saying? In their bed. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, man, I was like, well, you Mike Tyson punching me and somebody Mike Tyson punch you, but even harder. You see what I'm saying? I said, yeah, that's how I feel. I didn't feel like you felt, Because like I said, when you watching ebony or amateur porn, and those girls that be screaming and moaning on the phone when their boyfriend call them, that's bad. But it ain't nothing bad like seeing the person that you love or like kissing somebody else or having sex with somebody else. I saw her kissing her ex, and she seen her husband, piping down another woman. You see what I'm saying? So it's another thing when you see it. You hear it, it's still bad. When you see it, man, that's the worst. But that was my first time, man, getting my heart broke in high school by a female that I was into for real. And ever since then, I've been safeguarding myself. But she told me, hurt her and all that, we had to break up. But we still, like I said, kept in touch, man. Still the best of friends to this day, Like I said, we still catch up every now and then during the holidays, something like that. But it was a cool relationship, man. Real cool relationship, man. Real cool. I'm talking about through we met, I'll say, our 9th grade year. It really started going hard around my 10th grade year. You know what I'm saying? But, there was a story about how I had to safeguard myself the next time because, I got hurt that first time by leaving my chest open. Now I know how to box now. Don't leave my chest open like that to get stung. But now I got hurt back then because of her. I didn't get stung. Now, later on in my life, I still got stung by some females, but I didn't get my heart broken like I did by Cece. Now, I said that to say this. One of my player partners, one of my OGs, now Black Round 313, he had a video. Now, he always have interesting topics to throw out there and challenge a man's mind, like what makes a man valuable? What is a man? And now his last video about a week ago was what's the highest level of game? And that caught my attention, man. What's the highest level of game? I took my time and I wrote my answer in the comments. I always try to like the comments up. Everywhere I go, I'm always trying to like comments up. I'm always trying to drop game, drop knowledge everywhere I go. My OG Pimp God, my OG Ron Wells, and Black Run 313, O'Shea, Duke Jackson, all them guys, JD Black. Everywhere I go, I'm always trying to drop a gem or two. But Black Ram always challenged me on certain things. You see what I'm saying? So this time he hit me with one, man. He said, what's the highest level of game? I took my time. But you know what I came up with? I gave him my answer, but I thought about some more. Now, 3 highest level of game is this. There's 3 high levels of game, in my opinion. Now, this is just my opinion now. Now, this is the, a man being competent/competence part. Now, check this out. The 3 highest level of game is this. A man mastering himself first, because once he better understands himself, he'll better understand life/women. Now, that's important. Okay, 2. Has the knowledge, wisdom, and ability when looking into a woman's eyes to know what's the real reasons/intentions of wanting to be with him. Because if you can't look into a woman's eyes and know what's her real reasons and intentions for wanting to be with you, she'll just further disrespect you. And that's true. That was my very first video, man, that I made. If you cannot look into a woman's eyes, man, and know for sure what's her real reasons and intentions of being with you or wanting to be with you, she'll just further disrespect you, man. And that was in my first video, how to fix a broken heart. Okay, the 3rd level, in my opinion. The 3rd highest level of game is security. That security is prevention and safeguarding yourself against her nature. Okay, prevention, the action of stopping something from happening or arising. That can be her disrespecting you. See, because disrespect is to be checked, not to be continued. So that can be happening or arising, her disrespect. Checking that. When you see it, check it. Or not letting disrespect, not letting unsuspected disrespect go and checking everything that you see, that you know, that you feel the disrespect, you checking it. Okay. Safeguarding, protecting yourself from harm or damage or danger with an appropriate measure. Now, what I mean by that is safeguarding. That means just safeguarding your emotions. You mean not getting hurt. So I learned that by dealing with CC. Now check this out. So my first time getting hurt, I learned how to safeguard myself. But now, I still got stung in the game. I still got stung a couple of times, but I didn't get my heart broken because I started, security, prevention, and safeguarding. Okay, check this out. A woman's security is a lifelong commitment. That's marriage, then it'll end in divorce, and she'll take half or mostly everything from her husband. And you see Dr. Dre's wife doing it, asking for $2 million a month. Tracy Morgan's wife was asking for $50 million of his Walmart money. So that's what a woman's security is. That's her game. Because see, game, it's the game of life is chess. The game against men and women is chess. So it's all the game. A woman's security is a lifelong commitment. There's marriage that'll end in divorce, and she'll take half or mostly everything from her husband. Companionship, stability, kids, and a man that can provide provision and protection along with social economics. Okay, social economic factors. Now check this out. Now, this is a part of her game. This is her security. Check this. Social economic factors. That includes a man's occupation, education, income, wealth, and where he lives. This is why most women love professional athletes and entertainers, because they have great professions, careers. The men have a level of education, great income, wealth, and lives in, a mansion in a nice environment. So their child or kids can be provided for and have mostly everything they need to succeed in society, because part of her nature is nesting. So, she got to look out for her offspring and herself as well. Okay. What's game? Now, check this out. Now, I always get asked this, Fred. What's game? What's game? I just broke down what game is for a man. Now I'm breaking down what a game is, what game is itself. And I just broke down a woman's game. Okay, now check this out. Game itself is being competent/competence, having the necessary ability, knowledge, and skill to do something successfully. Now, I'll just give you an example. It doesn't have to be about a woman. It can be, giving somebody knowledge about a job or something like that, about a woman or a situation that they might be in that they need help getting out of, and adapting and adjusting to it, like water. But I'll just say this. I was talking to one of my close female friends. Her son is 13 years old. And now he has the ability and skill to play football. He's only 13 years old. But now, since he has the ability and the skills, I gave him the knowledge. See? Competence. Competent. So I said, hey, I broke down what a man was to him first. I broke that down. We spent about 45 minutes, well, probably 30, 45 minutes on breaking down what a man is. I asked him what a man was first. He told me responsible. Then I said, I would rather you answer and get it wrong so you can get corrected rather you saying I don't know. So he told me what a man was responsible. Then I said, I got you. Now hold on. And I broke what a man down was to him. Then I said, okay, do you really want to take this career, to the next level? Do you want this to be your profession, your career, football? He said, yes. I said, you got the ability and the skill, man. You just need the knowledge. So what I told him was this. I said, hey, when you work out, I gave him, things to work out on. The 5 P's, practice and perfection prevents poor performance. I told him that. I told him things that he can do on the work on. But I also gave him knowledge about this, too. I said, hey, when you hear those guys talk about the guy has an it factor, they really talk about intangibles, like leadership skills, focus, drive, determination, work ethic. See, all it is the it factor, those intangibles. So I told him, when you sitting at the house and you watching football, study your position. And then when you study your position, study your competition's position as well, like the cornerbacks, because he's a wide receiver. So I said, study the cornerbacks, study the linebackers, study the defensive line, study the safeties. Always study your game. So when you're not working out physically and playing games on your own, the game continues to go on. Focus on working out mentally by watching other people play. Focus on your position and other people, like the quarterback, the running back, the lineman, everything, man. See, he didn't think about that. He just thought, okay, let me work on what I'm doing. But I gave him the knowledge, see, to be successful at something, because he already had the skill and the ability. So that's what I meant by game itself is being competent/competence, because he had the ability and the skill to do everything he want to do. I'm telling you, the man got everything, man. He got all the tools, man, that a man can have at 13 years old. I was sitting there watching him like, man, you remind me so much of myself. But then when I gave him the knowledge, see, now he can adjust and adapt to certain situations just like water now. See, so now he has a little bit of competence now. See what I mean by giving someone the knowledge that already had the skill and the ability to do something successfully? Now you giving them knowledge. Now they can just adapt and adjust to something just like water, man. And that water is the game. That's a blessing, man. That's a blessing. But I want to break that down, players. My first time getting my heart broke. And the game itself, because I get asked that so much, man, the game. You know what I'm saying? So the game itself is being competent slash competence. Okay, all right, player.